Are you ready?
Hey guys, what's up? This is Jesse with Dream.com, and this tutorial will do some simple caching. And this is just a real plain example to give you an idea of how it works. And caching will speed up your site tons if you have some expensive things going on. So an expensive thing is iteration and recursive listing of things. So let's do that. We'll say handle equals opendir uploads. And I've created an upload directory right here, and I just put a bunch of text files, just copy and paste so that we can list those. And then let's do a while loop, and let's say file equals readdir handle, and when that is not false, we'll keep listing. And let's set this up in a variable. Okay, and then I'll output equals null. This is just a loop to list the directory, and we'll close the directory. Okay, and echo output. So we refresh that and get a parse error on line 10, and that's because we forgot a parenthesis there. And refresh, okay, we'll get all this. I'll just leave the 2 dots here for now, who cares. Now, if you refresh, every time you refresh, it's slow. Um, I didn't put a timer on here, but you could check your parsing time. So every time you're refreshing, it's doing this iteration to read an entire directory. So if 200 people came to your site, it's going to be reading this directory 200 times, and that's going to be expensive. So what you'd want to do is create a cache. And to do so, we'll say, let's give it a name. So like, how about, I'll put it up here. If file exists, cache, okay, and then we'll say else, and then just move all this up like that. So if the file exists of cache, we'll say include cache. Now we got to define cache, so let's just call cache equals sample.cache.php. I don't know if the extension matters or not because we're just including it. So if it exists, we'll include it. If it doesn't, we're going to scan the directory, okay? Since it doesn't exist, um, we're just continually looping. I'm going to actually put this in a cache directory. So, whoops, I'll create a new directory called cache. I usually call it cache, but my brother's always correcting me on how I talk. So here we have this. Looks good. And now we have to write a file. After we loop it, we're going to write the file. So let's say scroll down a little bit. Um, file handle equals fopen of cache, and we're going to write plus. So if it doesn't exist, we create it. Error writing file. So if we can't write the file, we're just going to kill the script, and let's fwrite to the file handle, and let's put in output, and then let's fclose the file handle. And I think that'll be good as long as it's defined up here. Okay, so then refresh. It still did the listing, but it created a file now. So now if file exists, I'm not sure if it's catching it. Let's see, echo 1. Okay, and then if you go to your cache, you have this, which is actually being included. And now your server won't waste a ton of resources on running that all the time. It'll be a lot faster. Now there's probably a lot of these pre-made that are a lot better than this, but this gives you a general idea of how to do it. And I wouldn't really do something like this officially, but if you understand how it works, I think it'll help. Also, you could say if file exists cache, um, and the file date. I actually don't know what the actual function is off the top of my head. Let's just say file date is less than 5 days, then include it. So every 5 days it would uh, recreate the cache file. You could do something like that. I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching.